Hey everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going over to XRP. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big of the CoinsKid crew. So I'm always trying to ride the waves there, always trying to look into the future and predict the markets and things like that. Don't always get it right, hold my hands up, but so far so good. Bitcoin has made that all-time high, which I think is a clue, and we need to keep an eye on the Bitcoin chart going forward, obviously. I think the S&P 500 is in a technical target. Again, that's a clue for the risk environment. And then equally the DXY is looking to break down and continue, this basically the inverse correlation between the dollar strength and, the crypto projects right here. So what I'm looking at, and I do like to lay down forecasts for the community right here in the Discord. I did make this post on the 17th of February a few weeks ago. This is, my potential scenario that I look at from this bottom at a beautiful little sweet spot. I was looking at some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an ABC. And this is playing out like an absolute boss right now. I did put some buyback zone and targets on minimal targets at 0.55. So as this began to mature, this leading diagonal, I think I've made this post on Saturday for the CoinsKid crew right here. I was looking at this scenario, this 1, this 2, this 3, this 4, this 5. We get up here, get resistance, and then we begin to drop. And we're looking at an ABC back down towards a 55-cent target. But I think we may run deeper because wave 2 corrections, they do have a habit of coming really deep. So we're going to look at this right now. And obviously the invalidation of this scenario, this little micro wave 2 correction before the massive wave 3, it has to hold this low here. So this is your danger zone. This is what I've been pointing out for the past few days. If right now we come up in some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right now we're beginning the correction coming back, the retracement has to hold this low, because at that point we'll be looking at this as some kind of 1, this will be a 2, and then the next wave is the big wave 3, which is always the most powerfulest wave to break out. This is something I've taught you in the channel. So it really is just hanging on to the edge of the seat. The invalidation of this impulsive move right now is the danger zone. We lose the danger zone, the 0 fib, which is the January low, I will exit my position and I will buy back lower. It really is that simple, okay? And this is just data that I relay to you. So I wish everyone most luck, but what we're going to do is take a look at the XRP chart right now to see exactly where we could fall back to. Okay, let's take a look. So with XRP then on the weekly time frame, we have got rejected off this, this leg here. Look at this leg, and I did talk about that earlier in the week. We've got these body of the candles where we open and closing and just struggle to get above. We've got rejected once more. So technically what we're doing, we've come up from this low here into this resistance, and then we've made a higher low, and right now we've come up in the same resistance. So what we're looking to do to create the compression from left to right in high low structure is basically come down, make a higher low, and then go again. And then that would indicate to me that this low here is a very significant low that from which we've come. We've put in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the daily, and right now we're having a micro ABC zigzag correction coming back down, shake everyone out, and then this next wave is your 3rd wave. So with that we have got a huge ascending triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with that we do typically look to break out on the 3rd point resistance for these particular patterns. Okay, so 1st point resistance, draw down support, 2nd point resistance, draw down support, 3rd point resistance, you break out. Now we've traded many of these on many different time frames, 5 minute, 10 minute, whatever. They're reversal patterns, and this is what we're looking for. So we're looking for this structural low to hold at 0.48608. If it doesn't, then we could run a lot deeper in this correction, I anticipate. Okay, and this correction might not necessarily be over. So at that point we need to, I'll be looking to jump ship and buy back lower in my buyback zones that I'll give you in time. Okay, I think I've already posted them, but there's no guarantee. So this is a very important pivotal low. Right now you've made another important pivoted low, which I did point out to you. With this process you've created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that could be the C wave of a massive flat correction, and with this you would expect 5 waves coming up, and we've got exactly that. So we're looking for this resistance, high low, boom, breakout, and we've got a beautiful ascending triangle from this point, resistance, resistance, resistance on the 3rd wave, which is typically where we always break out on the 3rd wave from this point here, 1, 2, 3. So that's what we're looking for. So the negation of that is obviously breaking down below 0.48608, the pivot point low in January right there. So on the daily time frame, what I'm looking at, so on the daily, this is what I was forecasting on February 17th. Okay, when it was roughly around about here, I was looking at some kind of 1, 2, 3, zigzag 4 coming back, and final 5th wave. So I think we may have put in a leading diagonal just there. And if you take a look, we've got a beautiful little neckline, okay, which I posted for the CoinsKid crew. We're coming up, we've got rejected at the top. Look at that, point of resistance, correction, point resistance, correction, point resistance, a bigger correction. This is potentially a wave 2 correction that we're going through right now after a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possible leading diagonal, and then right now we're going through some kind of correction. So what we have to do technically is just put our fibs on the top to the bottom, and we're looking at the targets basically. So if we take a look, there is all the chance that the correction's in. We've come down, this is it, and you start to create some kind of reversal and come back up. So in time, one of the most bullish things we can see here for XRP, which will lead to a massive 3rd wave and a big breakout, is that resistance there. So if we start to see 06692 taken out, then XRP's in a third wave, and it's a very powerful third wave at that. Okay, so keep an eye on that. That's a major level of resistance that if we take it out, I think that what you've done here, you've got a beautiful wave one, okay, leading diagonal, ABC zigzag correction coming back, whatever, and then we take out this resistance point. That's a major go signal. So is there something, you know, right towards the apex of this huge compression pattern? We are, you know, creating bullish crosses. We've got the 10 and 55 EMA golden cross. We're falling back into it, which is typically what we see. So right now we're getting really close. We're getting beautiful signals across the board. We've got the DXY breaking down. We've got the S&P 500 and technical targets. We've got Bitcoin making all-time highs right towards the apex there. So I can't flip bearish until we lose my macro support from the 5 waves from which we've come. Really, as it's simple. So what I'm going to do is lay down the fibs and look at some targets. Okay, so wave 2s, they do have a habit of being quite a deep correction because it's where the initial impulse begins. So if I'm correct, this is a 1. This is a 2 that's happening right now, and the next wave is a massive 3. So if anything, you know, dips are for buying because of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This whole correction, this move down, is an opportunity, and this is something I do relay in the channel, but it's really difficult to pinpoint the exact opportunity. So typically with wave 2s we can see a deeper retracement coming back before the continuation, with there may be another little shakeout here in the crypto markets, especially for XRP, just to grab that support and that liquidity before the big explosive move to the upside. So that's a bullish scenario. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal, ABC coming back, shakes everyone out, and then boom, this next wave is the most explosive wave in this, you know, price action that we've seen for XRP for a very long time. It's a big vertical, very much like the vertical that we seen last year for Bitcoin, basically, when it made that beautiful bottom in September and then it began to come back upstairs. So equally what we're looking at here is a possible Adam and Eve bottom, something like that, you know. So where could we go to? So at the moment we have wicked down into 702 fib, look at that, grab some liquidity, but typically on these corrections we do see these wicks filled, you know, to the upside and to the downside. So if this correction is not over, that's possibly been some kind of A, come up in a B, everyone gets super bullish, make a lower high, and then we come back down in a C. So I'll be looking at a 786 at 051 969. Now your macro support for this particular move, impulsive, corrective, explosive impulsive move, is really simple. 1 fib at 048505. So I think at the minute I would not necessarily be inclined to think that this correction's over. I will need to see more data in the charts, you know, the 5 waves within the C wave, so on and so forth. So I would kick back, relax, okay, and just wait for this correction to play out. The negation, obviously, I keep reminding you, is the 1 fib. Take that out. This negates this impulsive and corrective move before continuation. I wish everyone the most luck. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on XRP. Bye bye.